What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about training age and the increasing cost of progress. So what is training age? Training age is basically the amount of time that you've been consistent in the gym. In other words, it's how long you've been showing up and training regularly, building that foundation of experience. So we're going to break this down to three categories. First, we have beginners, which is about 0 to 2 years. These people are highly sensitive to new stimuluses. Almost any structured effort creates growth. Even being 2 to 3 reps shy of failure consistently for those 2 years is usually enough to stimulate great hypertrophy because your stress to adaptation ratio is very favorable. Even low stress environment will create a big return. So when we talk about the cost of progress here, it's pretty cheap. Beginners grow easily without really needing to push to the absolute limit. Next, we have intermediates, and these are going to be people around the 2+, around 7, 8, 9 years of training. This is where the easy gains are gone, and muscle requires stronger, more precise signals to adapt. In training, must be closer to failure, usually within 1 to 2 reps in reserve, and volume is going to matter a lot more. And now your stress to adaptation ratio becomes less favorable. Gains now require more work, though adaptations will still come, it's just going to take more consistent effort. And when it comes to your training phases, they can still be ran moderately long, but deloads and recovery strategies will start to become essential to keep progressing. So here, progress costs more. Each rep in each phase must be a little bit more intentional than the last. And now we get to the final category, advanced lifters. People that have been training for 10, 15, 20+ years. Here, the body is highly conditioned and resistant to change. Even small improvements are hard-earned. Training here often requires pushing very close to mechanical failure, bringing higher psychological and physical fatigue. And your stress to adaptation ratio is very unfavorable. Tremendous stress creates very little adaptation, but there's no other way. And when it comes to your training phases, they're a lot shorter, but it's necessary. All-out blocks can't be sustained for long, and intensity must be cycled with frequent deloads. And here, progress is very expensive. Every ounce of growth carries a steep cost in recovery and mental fatigue. So why does this matter for hypertrophy? Understanding training age is crucial because it frames expectations. Beginners can grow on almost anything, but as the training age rises, the cost of progress increases. What once became easy now requires precision, intensity, and recovery management. So for beginners, you have a favorable ratio, longer phases, and cheap progress. Intermediate lifters, you have a balanced ratio with moderate phases, but your progress costs a little bit more. And your advanced trainers, you have a very poor ratio, very short phases, and your progress is super expensive. Remember, hypertrophy is a long game. The stress to adaptation ratio gets worse and worse over time, which means the more advanced you are, the more calculated, intentional, and resilient you must be in order to just keep growing.